Recently, I found out that my grandfather has been diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer. I know that he has lived a very interesting life. He was born in Egypt in 1936, became a doctor, and moved to America in 1970. But other than that, I've never really known much about his life. And now I don't know when the next time I visit him, maybe the last time I see him. Him and my grandmother live about a 3.5-hour drive away from us, so we can't go see them whenever we want to. So I knew that when we went to visit him, I needed to ask him more questions about his life, or I might regret not doing it. And I thought, what better way to do that than to make an interview with him and record it in a video so that we always can go back and watch it. So that's what I did. Today is March 6th, 2021, and I will be interviewing my grandpa, who we call Gidu. What is your earliest memory? What is like your first memory?
First
Okay.
memory? Yeah, my earliest memory was in Egypt. I remember my apartment in Egypt and the details of the house, and I had two sisters and one brother, and we were all growing in the same house. I remember, of course, my mother. My father died when I was in high school,
Oh,
so I don't
sorry about
remember
that.
much. The only living one now is my sister, who's a doctor too. I am the younger of all my sisters and brothers.
Did you get along with them like growing up?
Oh yeah, we are all very tight family together, you know. Yeah, my father was accountant in the government. My mother was just a housewife. Yeah, we were not rich. We were just basic people. It was a little difficult economically, but that's my earliest memory. Most of the family there, they visit each other and they are close by. So we would walk from our house to my sister's house, or nephews and uncles. We walk and visit each other. We didn't have to call or make appointment. We just walk and go and knock at the door and go. It is a different kind of situation, you know, we're very close together.
Like when you were a kid, would you rather have had phones and been able to just connect, or would you rather have just kind of been able to connect in person?
It was a simpler life, makes people connect to each other more than here. Everybody's looking at his phone in his hand and not looking at anybody else and talking. Now it's different, yeah.
What year did you come to America?
1970, February 1970. So I lived in America much more than I lived in Egypt. We always hear about United States is good and great and free and all that stuff. So it was a good motivation when it came to come.
What was going through your head as you were traveling to America? Was it kind of like an overwhelming
Yeah,
emotion?
the worst, we were thinking that United States is so cold, especially the area we are going to. So I went and bought some wool underwear and a few coats. You know, we came with all kinds of unusual stuff and books in my hand and all that while traveling. When I came here, I didn't need all that. But that's the way I had the thinking of, you know, will be very cold, very bad, can't live there.
Was it difficult being in America at first? Do you have any specific stories?
Oh, yeah. I had with me a contract with a hospital. So, coming, I stopped by Boston. I had a friend there. I stayed there for a week. I went to a hospital there. Will you take me? They said, yes. Sign here. We take you. So I signed. Then I told them I need some quarter to live. So they said all the quarters are filled now. There is one in a basement in one room. So I went. I didn't like it. So I told them, can you let me go? So they said, okay, we'll let you go. So I left them and came to Detroit. The hospital in Detroit sent a driver with a car, and that got me from the airport to the hospital. That's St. Joseph Mercy, but it was in a bad area. They told me there is apartment across the street in the downtown, which I thought the downtown is the best area of the city, but it's not. So went there. It is a dim, bad kind of apartment. And first week I wanted to find a barber to cut my hair. I took my son and we were walking in the back streets to find a barber shop, and I got mugged. Somebody came and told me, give me all your money. So I was lucky. All the money I came with was in my pocket, but I had some rolls, all the ones together, the fives together, the tens together. So I know their arrangement, so I picked up the ones, I gave it to him. He told me, and your wallet. I didn't know what is wallet. So he told me, in your back pocket. I went and gave him my wallet, was empty, it doesn't have any money. So he gave it back to me and started walking. He had a kid, 13, 14-year-old, with him with a stick. Wow. So I went back home, I called the cops. Cops came, and then every day the cops were calling me, did you see him again? So I had to change my phone to get rid of the cops. They kept bothering me. Yeah, I was hoping to go back to Egypt right away, but I didn't have enough money for the ticket. And that is the reason I didn't go back. But I am glad now that I didn't, Now I know where is the good areas, where is the bad areas, and you be careful.
What is your proudest accomplishment in life?
Proudest? I think being a doctor, helping people.
Yeah.
That's the main part, And all my life, I look at being a doctor as service. Now it is a business to make money. This is not the object. It should have been always a service. Now it's a business. I don't think that is right.
Where do you think technology and humanity overall are headed in the next 100 years?
It is difficult to tell, Of course, the crowding of the world will make people fight and have problems and all that, because it is crowding to a big degree that the resources of the world at one time will not be enough. It is happening in some countries, and probably will happen all over. That crowding is a problem. Of course, in front of that, more and more diseases are happening, and people die from weird stuff that never existed before, And now the atomic bombs and all that, who knows what will destroy the world at one time.
How did you like being a parent and having a family?
Yeah, I love it. I always feel great with all my kids and grandkids because I love them a lot. Yeah, I liked my life. I think it was successful. I think it's happy, and I always thank God for that.
What generally in life makes you happiest?
To see everybody happy around me. That's The best is to live the days as it come. You you don't look much to the future except for your own future. They build it up for yourself. You have to work for that, but to be afraid of what the people will do or what the world will do or what the country will do, that's not your business, you know. Leave it happen, whatever happen. Whatever they want to do, good enough for you.
I'm 15 years old, so if you could go back and talk to your 15-year-old self, what would you tell him?
Do exactly what I did.
What final piece of advice would you give to the younger people in the modern world like myself?
Is to build their future. Important to build their future. This is future doesn't come to you. You have to work for it. If you don't work for it, it will not be good. You will suffer later. If you don't build your future, you are suffering. And it is not easy after that.
That's pretty much all the questions I have.
Thank
Do you
you.
have anything else you want to say?
Oh, thank you. I love you. That's it.
I love you too.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you. Hug.
Oh,
I really appreciate you doing that.
Okay.